Welcome back to another video. So today we are back to talk about the new Chainsaw Man chapter 122. It's been 2 weeks and stuff is popping off. The next chapter is going to drop in a week and this chapter sets up 123 and it's gonna be crazy. Stuff's about to really pop off in Chainsaw Man. But before we talk about what's gonna pop off, we need to recap. So the chapter starts off with Feimin and Hirofumi ordering stuff. They're actually like together and Feimin's ordering food and she actually is talking to Hirofumi. Hirofumi's like asking like, yo, wow, I did say I'll treat you. I didn't expect you to spend all this money. Like, I didn't got money like that. And Feimin's telling him like, you're the one that asked me to meet. And then Hirofumi's there to talk. And I think like Hirofumi being there basically confirms that Hirofumi's not a bad guy or anything like that. Is talking to Feimin about wondering, like asking her questions, basically interrogating her. I'm assuming that the organization that sent Hirofumi is telling him like, yo, check in on the devils and stuff like that, and then like attack or do something if they step out of line. And since Feimin hasn't really stepped out of line yet, he's just like basically there to like talk to her and stuff like that. And so they have a little conversation and Feimin tells like Hirofumi he can call her Feimi, which is like F-A-M-I. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And Hirofumi talks to Feimin about a story. Not to follow a rumor with another one, but there's this urban legend going around town lately. From the prophecies of Notre Dame in the 7th month of 1999, a great king of terror will descend. It's getting attention for predicting the end of humanity. Society sees the buzz as nothing more than sensationalized TV and excitable students, but public safety believes otherwise. An experiment that had 30 convicts make contracts with the future devil, which that's nice to see. We get word of the future devil on the condition of the release. Then public safety had them ask when they're going to die. Surprise, surprise, the future devil predicted that 23 out of 30 will lose their lives in July 1999. Hirofumi keeps on going and says, I know you're up to something. Public safety believes it's connected to the prophecies of Notre Dame. I came here to make you talk. If you refuse, I might have to start giving the devil treatment. So right now, the organization that's telling Hirofumi to like basically like check in on Chainsaw Man and check in on Feimin, they're basically like telling them like don't do anything unless they give you a reason to, basically. I'm guessing because they want to limit casualties or limit a fight, because like having to fight the Feimin devil and have to fight Chainsaw Man or having to fight any of these like 4 horsemen devils is going to be really, really hard and probably kill a lot of people. Feimin tells Hirofumi that the other 7 died this week, don't they? So she says that with a question mark, so I'm assuming like she probably already knows something, or maybe like it's just like an interrogation. It's basically like her, like, I guess she could be playing dumb, but I'm not sure, because like it seemed like Feimin's like Hirofumi's like basically like accusing her of planning everything or knowing something, and is basically trying to get information out of her. Feimin tells Hirofumi that 40 seconds ago a devil appeared at East District Tamino Apartments, the first of the devils who will shepherd the world to the ultimate terror. She is a devil with the name of a primal fear. Her name is, and then we cut to a family. We cut to a family like a son and her mom talking about how like they're doing pretty good. Like the son just got promoted and stuff like that, and asking the mom like, can I get a car? And she's saying, no, I told you no cars. And then they start talking about like the son's like, oh yeah, you're right, cars are expensive. And then he tells his mom, hey, I think we should just die. And the mom looks at him and says, die, sure, let's die. And they walk to the edge of the bar of their apartment. I'm guessing they're like on the 3rd story. And then they fall off the balcony. And then we see what Yoru sees that we were seeing from last chapter. And we see all these people falling off the cliff, like literally all falling off the balcony. And they're all like falling down and dying. Yoru's preparing herself. She starts grabbing a ruler sword. So she makes a sword out of the ruler that she has right now. And then she sees that all the bodies are like converging together and making a new body. And Yoru is seeing this. She's seeing this in front of her eyes and is realizing like, yo, this isn't, I'm guessing like she can sense how like strong this devil is. And is like, this is not a fight I can win. And at the very end, you can see that this devil is appearing at the end. And she's got a bunch of arms and stuff like that. And that's the end of this chapter. The next chapter comes in a week. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about this. So this is, in my opinion, obviously going to be the Death Devil. So one thing already, we already know that all the primal fears are basically the 4 horsemen: the Control Devil, the War Devil, Feimin Devil, and the Death Devil. And Control Devil is Nayata, Feimin Devil is Feimi, the War Devil is Yoru, and then the Death Devil is, we haven't shown them yet, but I think this is the Death Devil, because one, off rip, y'all know about how, so let me tell you about how devils work if y'all don't know. So devils are born in hell. For devils to reach Earth, they have to die in hell to go to Earth. For them to go back to hell, they need to die on Earth, and it's like a cycle, right? But a lot of primal devils don't go to Earth because they're too powerful in hell, and other devils are too scared to kill them. So that's why last arc, or the last like Chainsaw Man part, we saw that the Darkness Devil was there in hell because he was too strong to be killed. He's never been put on Earth. And I'm assuming it's the same for the Death Devil, or maybe the Death Devil hasn't been back on Earth in a long time, and we're gonna probably figure out how the Death Devil got back on Earth. I'm assuming it could be because, so all these people died, right? All these people had to like basically like off themselves. They all just randomly just wanted to start like going off the cliff, and I'm assuming that's because of the Death Devil. The Death Devil all conveyed them to like want to hurt themselves, and then they all died. And when they all died, they all started converging together, and the Death Devil made a body out of them. And that's what I'm assuming. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen. That's my theory, that this is the Death Devil, and the way that she got summoned to this world, I'm assuming she probably made other contracts with other devils, because if it was this easy to just take like 30 people and come back, she would have came back earlier. But one thing I'm still like a little confused about is that this chapter, they didn't show like what I thought last chapter. So last chapter they showed like this little like panel where they showed like a girl, and she was like wearing a suit, and I thought she was the Death Devil. Like she had like a black suit. I'm gonna show the panel now, and it showed her like standing there like in the middle, and I thought that was the Death Devil. I thought that like that's the main enemy, like that's gonna be the one that's like making the plans, because she was just too centered for me. But I'm guessing she isn't, because this chapter the devil was summoned by taking the body parts of other devils. So this is crazy. This is crazy that like this is happening right now. I'm assuming, like, I'm pretty sure this is the Death Devil that I was talking about. I'm pretty sure like this chapter shows the Death Devil forging basically, and today is basically gonna be the start of the new arc, or where the prophecy is gonna be fulfilled. This chapter was really good, and I was definitely like expecting something like this. Definitely shows like this new devil, and I am excited a lot. I'm very excited, because if this is the Death Devil, then we get to finally complete the 4 horsemen, because we've been waiting so long to see the 4 horsemen, and I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. I don't know how long it's gonna take for Denji to be there, or if Denji can even beat the Death Devil, because usually these devils that are part of Primal Fears are like unreasonably strong, like incredibly strong. The Darkness Devil, they couldn't even put their hands on the Darkness Devil. And then so far Yoru hasn't like impressed me as a 4 horseman or whatever. She's not, I don't think like Yoru is a prime, she might be a prime devil, because she has to be like a primal fear devil, because war is such a big thing to be afraid of. But she hasn't really impressed me. But this Death Devil, she's got to be like one of the strongest devils, because death is one of the scariest things in, like, one of the biggest fears for humans, one of the biggest fears. No one wants to die and stuff like that. And I can't wait to see how strong she's gonna be. Hopefully we're gonna see her face next chapter, because they only showed her body. I don't know if they're always not gonna show her body, or never show her face, or she doesn't have a face, but they only showed her body. And so hopefully next chapter we're either gonna see Yoru get stopped by her and have to fight her, and then probably Denji shows up, or Yoru gets away and we see the Death Devil basically go on a rampage. We learned basically, I believe that Hirofumi is not an enemy. I think that he's just a dude that has to be like really careful about who he basically like targets and stuff like that. And it seems like he's a good guy. He's not like I don't think he's working with the devils and stuff like that. And then we're gonna probably see Denji next chapter have to fight the Death Devil, and I have a feeling that he's gonna get rocked. I don't think that he's gonna be able to beat the Death Devil by himself, and I'm hoping that we get like a Denji, Hirofumi, I'm about to say power, and Yoru Asa team up, where they basically like all 3 work together to defeat the Death Devil. And it's gonna probably give some vibes of Santa Claus. Like maybe this is like the Santa Claus of part 2, like basically like the big arc where it's a bunch of people working together to beat Santa Claus and stuff like that. And I'm super excited, and we only have to wait a week for the next chapter. So thank you guys for watching the video. Leave a like, subscribe, and see more content, and hit that bell post consistently. I will see you guys next week for the start. I'm guessing the Death Devil arc. This got to be like the Death Devil arc out now. So I'm gonna see you guys later. Peace.